to me like, you show up in pumps on a planet, with that kind of attitude and that kind of eye makeup, and that's making an impression. So there you go. I probably go cross-dressing with it.
Hey David,
Chiffon scarf.
I just wanted to ask you, are you going to rap for us today?
What was that?
Are you going to rap for us today?
The rap thing's actually quite funny because I did this I had like 7 hours off in a trailer. It was very small, and I had a lot of coffee. And we just had this guy on set who MGM had flown down. He's like this guy. He has a rap, and this is rap about Atlantis and all this stuff that he'd done. So sort of as a joke, I rapped back to him. And the funny thing was, it did extraordinarily well. Like all of a sudden, I was getting a lot of emails about it, and the numbers were sort of climbing. And I'm like, oh God, what have I done? And I thought, listen, there's a couple thousand people who subscribe to some of the stuff that I do, and I just thought it was sort of for them kind of thing, a little joke. And then I got a call from MGM, and it was this marketing woman. She's like, yeah, David, we saw the rap. It's hilarious. Look, we gotta get you in the studio. I was like, I'm in the studio now. What are you talking about? He goes, no, we got a music guy. He worked with P. Diddy or something, and we think we should record something. I was like, we think we should. I don't think it's like vanilla space ice. It's one thing to make a little joke on the set of a show. It's another thing to go into the studio and record, your first rap album. What am I going to do? I'm like the whitest man alive. That's the whole point of like this slug white rapper. It was a one-off joke. Well, you wait. If someone hands me a check now, I'll probably be, yo! Although my pants are getting baggier, I noticed. And lower.
Hi David.
Hello.
I'm just curious as to what influenced your decision to choose acting as a career over any other pathway.
It's kind of sad, actually. I went to all-boys school, and my first introduction to acting was playing the girls in the shows. So we did a play called The Wild and Woolly West, and I played a hooker. And my first onstage appearance was quick and brief because I had to walk down a set of stairs in my mother's heeled boots. And I didn't make it. And then I kept on, I had, it was an all-boys school, and they, for some reason, for a while there, felt that the theater should be all guys. And there was always like, they hunted for these plays that were only guys, but they always, there was always like one female role, and I got stuck playing it for ages. And then my voice changed, thank God. And I started getting these other parts, and it was basically a choice. You had to do some extracurricular, I can't even say it, activity. And there was, the choices were, math club or chess club or debating club, or you could go to the girls' school and do a play. And I'm like, I'm going to the girls' school, please. So basically, it was a feeble attempt to meet women, and it kind of worked. It's a weird thing. Like, why do you want to go as an actor? I don't know, but for some reason, people who don't know that seem to go for it. So, it was, you got to play these brooding characters, and then, so you sort of go on stage and you'd be like, I killed my teacher. I'm bad man. And you get off stage, they're like, so you want to go to the party? Bad man. Like, no, thanks. You're not bad at all. No, I'm bad. I'm trying to do my jacket. That's how I got into it. And then my friends were making films as well, but that's how I got into it. The film stuff is really what appealed to me. Vincenzo, who's literally now working with Guillermo del Toro doing a film called Splice. Guillermo del Toro producing it, which I did in January. A tiny little part, but fun. Mutants and all sorts of weird things going on. But he was making films with these little Cine 8, this is before video, the Cine 8mm film cameras. And we shot these strange little films, which we'd probably go to jail for now, like literally about shooting our math teachers and, throwing people in front of cars. And I think he tried to recreate sort of a Blade Runner zombie film or something as well. But and they basically started making movies and they ended up just being big parties. But he went on, he went on to make films, and I went on to make films, and he still works with them all the time. So, and he still has a opinion. Next question.
Hi David, two quick questions for you. First of all, I was wondering what you think about your action figures. And
which one? A little golden guy?
Yeah.
Lead figure?
Yeah. Oh, the action, the kind of about 8 inches.
Sorry?
There's figures, the kind of.
Which action figure are you seeing? My 8-inch action figure, yeah. It's almost accurate. The first ones that came out were these little. You saw them. I called them the pewter trolls. No, that's not a pewter troll. That's extremely handsome. It was tiny. It was about this big, and it looked like I was like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, painted a flesh color with a Atlantis logo stuck on the side. And it was all on the corner. It said hand painted. Like, yeah, by who? 4-year-old. So I was so excited that finally an action figure. You made it when you've got an action figure. And then these came out, and these ones are actually you've got little. You want to take it? Thank you very much. Be careful with it. That Johnny little pose. And these are great too, except that my son just chews his head all the time. I've got all these photos of him walking around with just with McKay sticking out of his mouth. But the best one was the Field Ops one. I like that one. I also love his hairline because I'm going to see if they can make a mold of that I can just wear because that's very attractive. There you go. Yeah, the action figure thing is like you can't. That is just the coolest thing on the planet. Like my friends, they were all like, okay, for Christmas I want your action figure. So got nothing to do with it. But.
The second part of the question.
Yes.
There are a number of episodes where it features paintings of you in the background. I was wondering if you actually own any of them.
I really wanted to get the religious one and put it in the bathroom. That nice little sort of martyr look. I walked into that set and Flanagan was like, it was Harmony. No, it wasn't Harmony. It was the game. That's it. You saw it. That was one of those, and I literally said to them like, I've got to get one of those paintings, and of course I never did. They're probably in the warehouse somewhere, so good luck. I'll put that in if they do the movie thing. I'll put that in the contract. One religious artifact. McKay.